A new video coming into us from Selma, Alabama, showing the scene inside a Walmart. So this video is shot from the entranceway of a Walmart as a tornado warning storm, warned storm, and then you can very clearly make out that tornado as it makes its way right towards the Selma area. Some folks stepping outside, hopefully everybody getting out of those vehicles in the parking lot as well. Really dangerous afternoon here in the state of Alabama, including the community of Selma, which took a direct hit from a tornado about an hour, 20 minutes ago. Dr. Knabb, we still have this tornado on the ground. Tornado emergency remains.
And so I worry that a similar kind of scenario could play out in Alexander City, where you've got a lot of people out and about doing a variety of things. They're out in parking lots, they're out in their vehicles, or they're living in a mobile home or manufactured home, and in the next minute or two have something come right through their community. It's right on Highway 280 in Alexander City.
By the way, we've got a tornado warning. I see they're on 75 near Macon. Mike's going to show us that in just a minute. But again, this is the most imminent and threatening storm. Continue with the catastrophic tag threat from threat tag from the National Weather Service there. We're likely seeing some very heavy rain, hail on the north side of this, and then down to the south, there would be that tornado. So if you're looking from Dadeville, may get a look at this. I don't want you to go out and try to look at it, but if you're up off to the north and east of this, you're not going to see much of anything. There's a lot of trees. This is a dangerous area to try to get a look at these storms.
Yeah, and now we've got this, what had been a more isolated, discrete supercell kind of getting embedded with this line. So that makes it even harder to really identify what's going on in the atmosphere just by looking at it with your own eyes outside. But we know that we've had a long history in this tornado warning situation of a damaging system. Now, we do have an updated tornado warning that now takes it from the Highway 280 area farther north and east. At least it's not the tornado emergency category anymore, and it is the bulk of the rotation south of Alexander City, but I would still be staying off the roads in that area and definitely getting off Highway 280 south of Alex City.
Yeah, still a significant area of rotation right here. So Scott keeps that highlighted. And what we're looking at with the radar, you can see some of that debris being picked up in the reflectivity. Obviously, we can see the pretty well-defined, very well-defined area of rotation on velocity. And if we switch over to the correlation coefficient, we're still going to see that dropout area very, very clear there. So this storm's going to split the difference between Alexander City and Dadeville. But you mentioned, Dr. Knabb, when you've got a big highway like Highway 280, there's going to be a lot of traffic. I'm sure a lot of businesses here where people may be grocery shopping. You know, before you pick up the kids at school, you're picking up the groceries. Need to get to that safe spot.
Yeah, and so Highway 280, Highway 49, getting into the Daviston area, all of these zones that are farther east. You look at the history of this system and how much all of the radar varieties, the different products we have in radar are all co-located. You've got the spin where you've got a lot of reflectivity, which isn't all meteorological debris. And again, fast moving system, at highway speeds. Look at Daviston, here we are, 203, and right now it's only about 20 minutes away from there.
Yeah, so these storms have been covering, or this storm has been covering a lot of distance in a short period of time. I want to get over to Mike really quick because, Mike, we've got another major interstate in play with a tornado warning.
Well, I-75 is going to be in play. We know that. You take a look what's going on there in Selma. Significant damage to that warehouse. That's at Broad and Chestnut. It's kind of right in the center of Selma, if you will. The downtown area to the south of this, down by the river. And then you've got the main artery to the north of there where you have all the businesses where a lot of people will be doing shopping and stuff like that during the middle of the day. And one vantage point from the Walmart that we saw of the tornado as well. But that's not the only place that'll be threatened. Large area of storms here. Newly issued tornado watches, but this one goes until 5 o'clock, this southern one. Then we've got one that goes until 7 o'clock. That does include the Atlanta metro area. You can see two lines of storms right now. Look at this leading line of storms. Unperturbed air right now, so it's tapping into all the dynamics of the atmosphere. Tornado warning north side of Macon, Georgia right now. That's coming across 475 and I-75 right now. So the business road as well as I-75. Bibb and Monroe counties with a tornado warning until 2:45. It's got a really significant hail core in it as well on the north end of that storm. But down in here is where the rotation is, coming across 475, about to come across I-75 in a matter of maybe even seconds, literally. But this is north side of Macon where that split happens. If you ever traveled south out of Atlanta, headed down toward maybe Florida on a vacation, this is an area that you probably maybe taking that split. In Arkwright, around 246 is when the tornado could be there for you. Then there are some other storms back in Alabama that are pretty significant with tornadoes possible as well. Near Evergreen now, this storm could come across I-65. In fact, I think the real core of that storm has already come just now to the east of I-65. This will be between Bruton and Evergreen. So Conecuh, Escambia, Monroe counties, all under a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. So treat that as a tornado. I've been watching this rotation. It's looked just like this for about the past maybe 20 minutes or so. It has not gone tornado warned, but I'd be very concerned with rotation right in there. Heads up around, say, Andalusia and Evergreen. In both of those spots, I would recommend that you get to your safe spot and get to a shelter right away. A sturdy shelter, not a mobile home. That's not a safe place to be, but a sturdy framed home, ground level, or if you're at work, go to your designated safe spot. In Castleberry, going to be around 144. In Nymph, around 151 and 156 around Johnsonville. Heads up, Castleberry, it's imminent. We're back with more live coverage of the tornado outbreak next.